Yo.
Hey, what's up, man? Sorry, I didn't know I was on mute.
Just chilling, man. Just woke up around the time I messaged you. Just fucking getting ready.
What, you got anything going on today? You're not
Fuck them.
working, you said, right?
Nah, I'm not working. I'm just gonna watch that movie and fucking play Zelda on the Switch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Call of the Wild or whatever, right?
Breath of the Wild. Yeah, I got it
Oh,
for
yeah, yeah.
free.
The Switch or like the game?
The Switch, man. Yeah, there's the on Discord where I used to buy all my drugs. There's this guy that I had to pay for it first, and then I just gave him my Amazon login information. 20
Yeah.
minutes later, it's like, okay, it's done. And then the next day, money's back in my account.
Oh, shit. That's pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was pretty
I
sweet.
literally haven't played like a second of video games since I started drawing like 3.5, 4 years ago. Like
Yeah,
I just stopped like cold turkey and it was just all this, and then like I sold my PS4 to like somebody. I was like, they're like, really? You don't want it? I'm like, dude, I don't want it. I was like, something for like 200.
yeah. I usually don't play, but I figured, I get bored easily. So
Yeah, I mean, there's some games I'd like to go back and play, like The Witcher. Never played those games, and
I played
I like
Witcher
the show.
3. Yeah, Witcher
Yeah,
3 was really good.
you watched the show?
No,
The
my
show,
girl
I like it.
is it. My
Some,
girlfriend's into it.
yeah, some people it's like mixed reviews. I'm listening to the audiobooks right now of that. But
Okay.
yeah, the show's pretty. I don't know. I dig it.
Yeah, right on.
The first season's tricky, I'll tell you that. Just like there's 3 different timelines going on, and you don't know that till like halfway through. So if you start watching it, keep that in mind because that fucked everybody up. Everybody's like, "What the hell's going on?" And then it like makes sense at like the very end. You're like, "Okay, there's 3 different timelines going on in that season,"
Okay.
but they don't like let you know that. But yeah, there's
Yeah.
that, and like, have you seen Peacemaker?
No.
Oh my god, have you seen like the new Suicide Squad, the second one
Yes, I think I did. I
with
think I
John
did watch
Cena?
that we watched that as a family. Yeah.
With John Cena, like Cena was fucking hilarious in that.
Yeah.
And then, but like, yeah, they gave him his own series. It did just ended. That's really it's fucking awesome.
So you have HBO Max?
Yeah,
Did you
I got
watch
dude,
did you watch
I got
Station 11?
no.
Oh, it's
What's
good.
Station 11?
It's post-apocalyptic. It also goes back and forth between a bunch of timelines and stuff. It's post-apocalyptic, but it's not like very violent. It's a very good storyline.
Then I know, like I was just talking to Danny, my old roommate. He was watching Raised by Wolves,
Hmm.
that Ridley Scott show. I haven't watched that either.
Okay.
Well, there's that. I've been started watching The Righteous Gemstones on HBO Max.
Yeah,
We were
I like
talking
it.
about that.
Yeah,
Oh, Christopher's.
yeah. Danny McBride is hilarious.
Oh, I got one of my buddies. One of my buddies is in the chat. He says, "To God Unknown" by John Steinbeck. You know that one?
Nope.
I know
I know
Steinbeck, but I
Steinbeck.
don't know that one. I know
Yeah,
Steinbeck. Yeah, I don't know that one though.
yeah. No, I started reading this Japanese guy, Yukio Mishima. And his stuff's really good, and the story of his real life is even crazier.
Well, is it like it's like an autobiography that he's writing, or is it like just based like a story based on like his life?
No, he writes fiction, but like he was like all into the old way of Japan or something. I don't completely understand it, but there was a movie on it. He was all into like the old way before they changed their governmental or military system or whatever. And he committed seppuku
Isn't that the Hedo
in
period?
like 1970. You know what
Isn't
that
it
is,
like
right?
the isn't it like the Edo period? Endo period, right?
Yeah, I
There's like
think
a
so.
period of Japan, like something like that. I think that was like when I don't know. I have to look it up. I'm not too knowledgeable on that. I don't know if
Yeah.
that was like the last generation of like samurais and stuff. You know.
Oh no, he did. Yeah, no, that was like the last generation of samurais was a long time ago. But he did that whole ritual thing, where cutting his gut open. He did it right in front of the government officials in 1970.
No shit.
Yeah,
So what? It
but
fell on his
yeah,
sword or whatever.
he writes some good fiction. I'd recommend Life for Sale. It's about a guy that puts an ad in the
You gotta
newspaper. Just
send
says
these. You
Life
gotta
for
send these
Sale.
to me on like Messenger. That way I can like I'll have a list of them.
What's that?
I so you gotta send me like a list in Messenger. That way I
Okay.
can like see it and because I'll forget the names like immediately. But yeah, I'm like working through. I got that Audible thing, so like when I'm at work, it's like a perfect time to use it because I can just put my phone in my pocket and like listen as I'm like doing shit, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been doing that more. But
Right on.
what else is new? Any good music?
Oh yeah, man. I'm always finding shit.
I told you about Lord Huron, right?
Lord, no, maybe.
I could put something on real quick for you. I heard them one day and like there's one song that I knew familiar and then I started listening to them more. It's like it reminds me of like rockabilly like music mixed with like 60s surfer like beach music.
Okay.
But it's like it's like folky too though. It's so hard to explain. It's like I'll have to put something on so you can hear it. But yeah, they're pretty. That's a band to check out. Lord Huron. Like I started getting into them recently. I'm trying to think. There was somebody else. I can't remember. But there's like since I got Spotify, I've been getting back into like more music and stuff. Since I had my old like iPod, and I used to like deck it out at your house.
Yeah.
I miss that iPod. That thing was fucking epic.
Yeah. No.
I had so many live bootleg stuff that I'll never be able to find again. You know?
I know, man. Our last house got flooded, and
Oop.
the last house got flooded again, and I lost my external hard drive. So all my music, I lost some stuff that I probably won't be able to get again. But
Yeah, dude, it sucks when that happens.
Spotify is pretty much it does the trick.
Yeah, no. Dude, it's like, tell me you're not a little bit upset with Neil Young for the whole Joe Rogan thing.
Yeah, I am. It's
like I love Neil Young. It's like I dude. It's like I used to joke with Ashley that I was like I'll probably cry when he dies, but like it's like then he's just. But like I told her last week, I was like, man, Neil Young is making it harder and harder every day for me to like not cringe. It's like he's making it harder for me to listen to him.
Yeah,
because he keeps saying stupid shit. And it reminds me of that Bill Burr skit where he's talking about, he's like, you can live too long. It's like, and that's a perfect example. It's like, I can't believe he's still alive.
Yeah.
I remember he had like that brain aneurysm in like the mid 2000s. And I was like, yeah, he doesn't have much longer.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like, I was like, no, not Neil Young. I was like, Neil, just shut up.
Yeah. Well, he had always, there was like, I think a lot of his stuff on Spotify was always limited, but a friend of mine that one of my internet friends invited me for a year of the Neil Young archives. It's got
cool.
Fucking everything on there, and it's.
Well, you remember when I downloaded his whole discography? Remember it was like 82 albums at the time or something.
Yeah, and on the archives he's got like the live shows that have never. It's hard to navigate. There's just so much stuff.
Christopher says Neil Young thinks you're a douchebag. Clean up your act.
Yeah.
Oh man. No. But yeah, it's what's it called? I didn't even know this. Do you know who owns Neil Young's music?
No, I don't think so.
It's a company called BlackRock.
Okay,
and they're like, I have to look into it. I heard Jimmy Dore talking about it, but I guess they're like, they have like done some of the most horrific crimes against humanity and the shit that they've done as a company. And it's like, okay, Neil, you don't have the moral high ground here. You sold your music to a company who is like everything that you were supposed to be against, Yeah.
No, I've heard of BlackRock. Like I listen to a lot of conspiracy shit and stuff like that. And I just haven't looked into them yet. I don't know exactly.
I know. I haven't looked into it. I just saw Jimmy Dore talking about it one day, but he was like, yeah, BlackRock, the company BlackRock owns Neil Young's music, unless he was wrong, but that's just where I got it from.
Yeah.
And I've been meaning to look it up because I was like, man, that's fucked up. you know, because it's like now you got like the Rage Against the Machine guys that are like, I thought it was Rage Against the Machine, not Rage for the Machine.
Yeah,
Like Tom Morello's, yeah, my boss Ernie Jr. He met Tom Morello before, and he's like, yeah, he's like, because he's he's from Libertyville, but he was like, oh, you know that, but he was like, he's like, yeah, he's kind of a douchebag. He's like, when I first met him, the first thing he said to me was, so what's your political party? That's the first thing he said to Ernie Jr. And Jr.'s like, not politically. He's like, I don't really pay attention to that shit. And Morello like was like grilling him on it to the point where Jr.'s like, okay, whatever, and like walked away. It's like,
that's kind of odd.
Yeah, it's like he's gotten real douchey. A lot of them have.
Yeah.
It's fucking disappointing. That's why I still love Tool. That's why I still love Tool and Maynard, because he keeps his mouth shut and he just makes like raunchy jokes here and there.
Yeah. They're coming live in like a couple weeks in Louisville. I want to see them, but.
Oh yeah, I'd love to see them again. You saw him and Crazy Horse at Farm Aid? Oh, that's awesome. I saw Neil Young in 2001 at Bonnaroo. That's the first and only time I've seen him.
Never seen him.
He was awesome when I saw him back then. That was pretty cool. He opened with, what's his, Big River? Is that the name of the song?
Down by the River.
Down by the River. That's what he opened with.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was an awesome show. Like him, like you ever seen Tom Petty?
Yeah, I did see Tom Petty in 2002 with Joe Rapley and Jenny Waxstein.
Oh yeah, because I saw him at Bonnaroo too. Now, did he have like that it thing where it's like you can't take your eyes off him? Like he's almost glowing in a way. It's like when Tom Petty was on stage, you're like, that's fucking Tom Petty. You know, it's like you're just like, yeah, that's how it was with Neil Young. It's like, holy fucking shit, that's Neil Young. He's right there. Yeah. You know, it's just like that's how kind of how it was. I thought the Police were going to be like that, but they were disappointing.
Really?
Yeah, it was. I think it was the sound, because we saw Tool the night before, and then the Police headlined the next night, and like they were quiet. Like I was talking like I'm talking to you right now, and we were closer than we were for Tool, and I could hear each other talk.
Might just been a little hearing damage from Tool.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It was. I thought it would have been better. That was the shrooms. Dude, Christopher, like, every time I've gone to Bonnaroo, that's, like, the only time I've, like, in my adult life, I think I've like, gone crazy when I party down there. Like, I saw Tool on 3 hits of acid. Tortoise, I was on acid. Claypool, I was on mushrooms. There was a bunch. Dude, one year going down there, I remember we pulled in, and like they're supposed to check the vans when you pull in, and right when we pulled in, this hippie comes up to the door, and like he opens the door and he pops his head in, just looks to the left, looks to the right, and goes, "Yeah, you guys are good. Welcome to the biggest open drug market in the world." And then just closed our door, took us to our campsite.
Nice.
It's funny as hell. Like, dude, it's kind of wild, because you could sit there and be like, dude, I need some fucking weed. And you just be like, I need weed. If you just yell it, somebody will walk over to you. And be like, it's like anything. That's kind of how it is. Oh, but yeah.
I'm thinking about taking some mushroom chocolates tonight, because
shit.
It's been almost a year since I've had a trip. It feels
the dude
like
behind me, he's got mushrooms right now.
Yeah.
I told him, I was like, no, I'm going to pass on that, Mike. I was like, I need at least 2 days in a row off, and I don't want to waste my days off right now, because I need like a full day of recovery after that shit.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But I did do, let's see, what was it, last summer? When Danny was living here, so it was 2020, he got some acid one night, and I took some by myself. It was the only time I ever tripped by myself before.
Oh, that's the only way I do it.
Oh, dude, it was, yeah. I have a drawing somewhere in one of my sketchbooks. I was just like doodling shit, and it was, I was fucking losing my mind. I don't know. I think I have more fun when other people are around, because I get giggly as fuck when I'm on acid. Like, everything cracks me the fuck up.
Yeah.
But like when I was by myself, it was more like all in my head and shit. Let me get my paint.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's kind of what it's about for me. I'll just put on some music and put some crazy visual on the TV. And
well, dude, if I was in like your position,
smoked DMT and while I was on mushrooms once, and that was just fucking just like a crazy shit.
No, yeah.
Repressed memories and fucking wild
But
stuff.
if I was like, somewhere where and nobody was really around, like friends wise, I'd probably do the same shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like around here, it's like it pretty much just smoke pot or dabs or whatever. That's about it.
Yeah, I got into Delta 8 for a while because it's a little bit lighter than your usual stuff. Because I'm a lightweight now, but I'm pretty much totally clean. Like I had a couple of tall cans of beer last night. I'll do that every maybe 3 or 4 weeks, but I don't smoke.
Dude, I did
take
a rare.
I take kratom because I'm in pain. But
Yeah, I was just talking about that in one of my Facebook groups, Kratom. Because I
Yeah.
used to take it after my hand shit,
yeah,
to help with pain. And like
Yeah.
that I think helped me get off the Vicodin too. Because I remember I went to
Oh,
my
yeah.
doctor. I went to my doctor and he's like, "Yeah, we'll fill your scripts and your Vicodin." And I'm like, "No, I don't need them." He's like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "No, I don't need them. I'm good." He's like, "Really?" He's like, "Okay." He was like all surprised and shit. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not a junkie." So that way, next time I come
That's
in
good.
here and I am in pain, you'll believe me when I say I need them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, don't get me wrong. Like they are, easily addictable and they can fuck you up, but at the same time, they are necessary because like they're the only things that would stop the pain when my hand was fucked up. This is the only like relief that I would get is when I had like Vicodin or a painkiller. Advil, all that wouldn't do fuck all. I was in. Oh,
it's
you can
why
ask Ben.
that's
You can
why
ask Ben. He was in the room above me in Palatine. I remember one night I was like writhing around in so much pain. He must have heard me, and he came down. He's like, "Dude, are you okay?" Like he heard me through the walls, like writhing in pain, just like trying to go to sleep.
They
Oh,
fucking work. I mean, there's a difference between a pain reliever and a painkiller.
Yeah, it
definitely works.
But I definitely do know that fentanyl shit is no joke.
Oh no, yeah, I know.
Dude, Michelle, this lady, like when my hand was fucked, she gave me a patch because she's like, it'll last you like 3 days. I'm like, well, that sounds awesome. Instead of having it wear off,
Mm-hmm.
Put it on. Woke up in the morning. It's
usually very short acting. Anyways, yeah.
Well, it took me a while. See, I put it on and I waited a couple hours. I didn't feel shit. And I had it on my chest. I'm like, whatever. I went to sleep. I woke up in the morning and I was like, oh, shit. And I was just like, and it just got progressively stronger. Halfway through the second day, like a day and a half into it, I had to take it off. I'm like, there's no fucking way. I was like, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It was like fucking you up that fucking much. That's why I always tell, like, dude, Michelle's son, like the kid that fucking OD'd and died of a fucking heroin, he used to fucking scrape the fucking strips and smoke it. I'm like, that's a crackhead. He used to like strip the fucking the painkiller strip and then smoke it. I'm like, dude, that is.
Put it on
foil. You need help, huh?
You just put it on foil and burn it underneath.
I have no idea, dude. I was like, that is like, why would you even think that that's a good option? Like,
people get crazy, man.
I know, but it's like Ben shit. Like, that's something Ben would do, and like
I'm trying to help him out. Don't tell him I said anything, but he got himself dependent on benzos, and I was too. I'm tapering. And
what are the benzos again? Like what are benzos?
The Valium.
Okay.
Klonopin, Xanax. Yeah.
See, I hate that shit. Like I don't ever have a problem falling asleep. So it's like that stuff. Like I've taken like the Xanaxes before, and like they do knock you out. Don't get me wrong, but it's like I don't need help with that. Funny story though. Well, my Christopher, let's get some hookers and meth. We can have a cheat day.
Yeah.
But my mom one time when she was living here,
but my mom was living here. My mom pretty questionable.
Well, my mom was always bitching that she could never sleep, Yeah. And I had one of these Xanaxes from, I forgot who I got it from, but I told her, I was like, I can give you this thing. I was like, I don't even really want it, but it'll not. What you have to do is when you take this, go to bed. Don't take this and stay up, And so she took it. She went to sleep, and you know how like the house is here, where like to go to the bathroom, you have to come through my room or leave the other room, Yeah. So I'm sleeping in my room, and my mom comes walking through. And she's like walking all slow like a zombie. And she's like, I feel like I'm in another dimension. I started fucking dying. I'm like, you stupid ass, don't get up. I was like, she was like all fucked up. Like the next one, she's like, I don't want another one of those. I'm like, I told you to go to sleep. You're supposed to go to fucking sleep when you take it. I was like, it's like being drunk by like 1,000 times stronger on that shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's bad news, and you know, I got myself on it. I'm lowering my dose every week, and it's a process, and it's fucking.
See, I don't like it. I mean, if anything,
I really regret it.
If anything, I'm gonna do. It's like I prefer uppers than downers, but even then, it's just like I don't even want to like fucking around too much with that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I have too much anxiety for any uppers.
Yeah, no, that won't help.
Yeah.
Oh, where the fuck is my brush?
What's your plan for the day?
Oh, you're kind of looking at it until I go to work tonight.
Okay, yeah, that looks nice, man.
It's just a little painting, but like there's this comic page I'm working. It's a 6-page short story for this guy. He might be watching, but it's a guy in our Discord.
Okay.
It's like it's a little suicide story. And then, do you know Sam Packer?
No.
I know he doesn't know you, but I don't know if you know. He's like friends with Joe B and all them.
No, okay.
But like I've known Sam for a while, but me and him are working on a book that's like gonna be like a real, like it's gonna take me all year to do like probably the first issue.
Yeah.
To draw it. But like he's had this story written out for years, and we're just adapting it into a comic. And then as soon as we get the first issue done, we're gonna try to maybe even crowdfund, see what we can get, kind of start off. So I've never crowdfunded before, so it'd be a good way. Like first book crowdfund. Let's see how much we can make, if we can make anything, and then go from there. Because I got buddies. I mean, my buddy Tyler, he's made. I don't know what he just made on his new one, but I mean, he's broken 1,000, 2,000 before, and like some other people. Fucking Larry's broken like 8 or 9. Yeah, some guys have made pretty good money.
Not bad,
the big name dudes, like the big name guys that left the industry, like that are crowdfunding, like the Earthworm Jim book made over $1 million. And then Ethan Van Sciver, I have the Earthworm Jim book. It's fucking beautiful. It's like it's the origin story of Earthworm Jim. Because he lost the rights, Doug TenNapel did, after he did the video games. So he never had the rights to Earthworm Jim, and then he got them back. And he's like, now I'm going to do the book.
Okay.
Even though he's kind of a douche. He's like a huge religious douche.
Yeah.
But he's a good artist. But yeah, other than that, I'm just kind of focusing this year. I mean, all last year I was pretty much practicing painting.
Mm-hmm.
But this year I'm dead set on finally getting a book done, which was like the main goal when I started drawing to begin with.
Yeah, right on, man. Right on.
But yeah, thank God for this shit too, because after my hand, like not being able to play basketball anymore, or like I haven't even tried doing the drums. I sold the kit because I was just like, it's gonna be too hard. I'm just fucking glad I found this shit. I wish I would have been doing this a lot sooner in my life. It would have been a lot better right now. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
I still love going on certain streams and like then I go like this with my hand. They're like, wait a minute, you're missing fingers? Like, yep. You could draw? I was like, yep. This is why everybody, when they tell people like, oh, I can't draw at all, I'll be like, yeah, neither could I 3 years ago. But you have fingers. I don't. So if I can do it, you can do it. You just have to want to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's a long process, that's for sure. It took me up until probably partly through last year where I really started to see improvement in my art. Like it took a while for me to actually like look at something I did and be like, oh, that's pretty good. We still got a long way to go, but yeah.
You're doing good.
You still playing music at all?
I need to start, man. I gotta put my acoustic back together recently. I still need to tweak a couple things.
I'll have to make a logo. I'll have to make a logo for the. I was gonna say I'll have to make a logo. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I have a Telecaster that was Chris's. He always wanted to buy it back from me. He sold it to me at a good price because he was desperate, and then he died. So
yeah,
I really want to keep that and get it fixed up and start playing.
I'll have to create a logo for Lord of the Strings.
Huh?
I said I'll have to create a logo for the Lord of the Strings.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I can't fucking. I've lost it, man. I've lost a lot of the ability. I'm
Dude, it's
sure
like
if I
riding a
get
bike.
back.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
sure after a little bit of playing, it'll come back to you.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Dude, Christopher, if you're still watching, my buddy Ryan here he can pick up any goddamn instrument that has strings and figure it out in like 10 minutes. It's fucking bullshit, is what it is. I'm fucking tone deaf like a motherfucker.
No.
Like when everybody's like, "Oh, that's out of tune," I'm like, "How the fuck can you tell that?" You know, it's like I'm tone deaf
Oh
with
yeah.
that shit.
Tell right away.
Yeah, I can't. That's like something I try to listen. It's like, but I couldn't pick it up. Like you guys could pick it off if it was off like half an octave. Like I couldn't. There's no unless it was like a drastic difference. I couldn't tell.
Half an octave is a drastic difference.
Well, you know what I meant, like a half
Yeah.
off or whatever would it be.
Yeah.
That's another thing, like reading music. Like that's another language is already like trying to like wrap my head around like learning another language as opposed to trying to read music. You know, like holy fuck.
I tried reading music before. I gave up. My dad's gonna give me one of his old electric pianos. He's coming down next month, and I'm gonna try to learn piano, which I guess requires. It doesn't require, but it'd be nice to also learn how to read music.
Well, shit, yeah. I mean, more instruments in your repertoire. I mean, like you said, all you need to do is get a little mixing studio, and you could start like making music. I mean, how many fucking dudes do that on their own right now that have like made it? Like Connor
I want to
Oberst
do that eventually.
that, right?
Yeah,
Like
I want
Connor
to get
Oberst
like an
and M
electric drum
Ward.
kit.
Yeah. Jack White, like all those guys, like they didn't have bands; they would just do shit themselves.
Yeah.
Oh man. No, I saw that Robert Plant and Alison Krauss put a new album or a new song out.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever listen to that album? The first one they did?
No.
Oh, dude, it's awesome. It's so good. It's so fucking good. And it's T-Bone Walker's playing the guitar on the album.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, it's that album they did a few years ago. I would check it out, dude. It's really good. I'm trying to get that. All right. Give him a palette. Oh man. So what's your plan now? Like the last time I spoke to you, you're like gonna move back, then you weren't gonna move back.
Yeah, that was dude. I have no idea. Things are going well here. I got a good job. I'm finally gonna get my driver's license back next month.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, last time I spoke to you.
Long fucking time.
Last time I spoke to you, you were like kind of saying that you were never like it was never gonna happen.
It's been a fucking confusing process. I have a letter from a judge saying give this guy a license.
No shit.
But the VMV couldn't figure it out, so they gave me a permit.
Oh, of course not.
They gave me a permit. I had to start from zero. So, but it's up next month, and I'm gonna go fucking get it.
Yeah, dude. That's dude. I don't think ever since I've known you, you haven't had a license.
No, probably not.
Yeah, I just remember you getting pulled over on that bike by the chief of police. Of all fucking times. Of all fucking times.
He arrested me twice. Forgot what his name was.
Yeah, of all fucking times for the Hemley, you know?
Yeah. And of all fucking things to get arrested on.
Yeah. Jesus I didn't get arrested, but I got kind of a funny story. Like, it just reminded me of, I don't know if I told you this, but like years ago, I think you were still living here. I was bored one night and I was sitting here and I had like a little bit of weed. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go take a cruise, you know? So it was when I had my S10. So I was driving towards Lake Forest, and you know, like on the edge of Fort Sheridan, where the cops will hide on that one little drive.
Yeah.
So I knew that going that way, and I saw him. So I'm like, okay, I'm not speeding. I'm not doing anything weird. I'm under the speed limit. Blah 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 blah. So as I pass him, of course, he pulls out right behind me, and it's like 10 o'clock, so it's not even that late. So I'm like, okay. So I start turning down side streets, and he starts following me. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? So I get to one stop sign, and I make a left. He stays at the stop sign. as I keep going. He doesn't start following. He's just staying there. So I start speeding up a little bit, and I hit Sheridan. I come back out on Sheridan, and I start heading towards Lake Forest College.
Mm-hmm.
And 5 seconds later, he's right behind me. I'm like, what the fuck? So I literally have no destination. You know, like I look shady because I'm just driving around smoking, cruising. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm going to force him to fucking pull me over if he's going to play this game. I literally made kind of like a U-turn, like off a side street, and came back around on Sheridan. So he's following me the whole time. So 1 minute I'm going east on Sheridan, and a second later I'm taking a U-turn and going back out west, you know? So I come back out on Sheridan where there's 2 lanes where that light is by Beverly. And I make a left, and he takes the outside lane and it speeds up to get like to the front of my car, my truck. And all of a sudden he slows down again and gets behind me as it goes to 1 lane. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Cause I'm going to pass Lake Forest's boundaries. So he can't, you know, he's got to pull me over before I pass Old Elm.
Yeah.
He shuts all of his lights off, headlights, everything, shuts them all off. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I passed Old Elm, and he turned down Old Elm and went his other way. I'm like, I wanted to go back to that cop and be like, touche, motherfucker. You picked the right car to fuck with. You just ruined my whole fucking buzz. You know? Like, it's like he knew I wasn't even smoking when I passed him. I was doing nothing. So it's like, how the fuck did he like knew? I was like, what the fuck?
They just fuck with people. They love it.
I know, but I was just like, he picked the right car to fuck with. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I was just like, what the? When he shut his lights off, that's what got me. I was like, why did he shut all of his lights off? Like his headlights, like he went black. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. You know what? I should ask one of them because see, we tow for Lake Forest now. I should ask one of them if they've worked there. Be like, you ever do something like this before? Yeah, that was me, you son of a bitch.
What is the marijuana situation like now over there? I mean, it's recreational.
Dude, it's
right?
all lax. It's recreational. Highwood's got a dispensary right at the corner of Highwood Avenue in Green Bay. And then
in Green Bay.
Yeah, like right, basically right across from the library.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's like right there. It's like fucking dispensary. Yeah, dude, it's you know, it is what it is now. You're not gonna get busted for anything major unless you got like quantities.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Fucking
yeah.
Indiana is going to be the last place to do that. I have to go across the bridge to Kentucky to get my kratom.
Yeah,
Indiana
I mean,
sucks.
like my sister and then they live in North Carolina. Same thing there. There's no medicinal there or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not at this point. It's like there's been so much evidence to the contrary of the benefits of it. And again, like the guy that got it legalized in Colorado and Washington, his whole like argument that he made was comparing alcohol to weed. You know, like how you can get alcohol poisoning. You can't get marijuana poisoning.
No.
You know, drunk driving, all that shit, like all the statistics of that. That's how they were able to like sway those states to first like legalize it recreationally.
Yeah.
But it's like, you can't overdose on the shit. It's like, why is it okay to drink something that could possibly kill you, but it's not okay to smoke something that won't?
Yeah.
You know, it's like it doesn't make any sense. And
The only reason alcohol is legal is because it has a very, very, very long history. Prohibition didn't work, you know.
Yep.
So.
Well, it's like the whole of this country.
There.
It's like you can't regulate shit like that on people in this country. It's like it's a free country. If people want to drink booze or smoke weed, they're gonna do that.
Yeah. If you name it, I have tried it at least once.
Well, there was
alcohol probably fucked me up worse than anything.
Oh, it's the worst drug of them all. Yeah, it kills more than all the other drugs combined.
Yeah,
but I forgot what it was too. It might have been on Bill Maher's show recently. Somebody had brought up some country that had legalized heroin, but what they had done is they had educated like their it's part of the education of like understanding what the drug is, how to use it, And I think they had 0 overdoses, like 0. And I don't know what country, I don't know how big, but like I was like, wow, really? Because I was always kind of like, I remember Carl was always going on about like, we should just legalize coke and all this stuff. I was like, I don't know about that. I was like, I could see weed and some stuff, but like, I don't know about legalizing cocaine. Like that could lead to some serious problems. You
Well,
know?
I mean, even cocaine has fentanyl in it
Yeah.
at some places, So if for it to be regulated and know what you're getting every time, I kind of agree.
Yeah. I mean, if it was coming from the government, at least you're not getting like dirty shit, I guess,
Yeah, yeah,
But,
exactly.
but then again, I know I don't do heroin, so I don't like
No,
worry about that shit. I guess the only thing, well, except for the Oxycontins when my hand was fucked up, I guess that's heroin.
and it's comparable. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just not shooting it up, but yeah, it's still gonna
yeah,
put you in a hole.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, oh my god! Back to the painkiller though. The first time I got them, like after my hand was fucked up, it's like take one and no liquor. So I took three and drank a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like laying on my bed, and I remember Ben walked in. He's like, "How you feeling?" I'm like, "Dude, I feel fucking awesome." I was like, "This is the first
Yeah,
time I haven't felt
yeah.
pain in like 2 months." Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Did you ever go see me when I lived downtown, like right downtown
No, I don't
with
think I
those
did. I don't because I can't
kids?
recall
Probably
anything.
about 2002, 2003.
That wasn't
Okay.
when you were at the halfway house with you the police motherfucker, right?
No.
You remember that story?
What story?
This the one
Oh
you told
yeah.
me, the halfway
What
house, and like,
the
nice
guy
watch, man. Yeah, something with your
harassing me on the
watch.
corner.
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah, and
nice watch or something.
he threatened to shoot me and everything, and
Yeah,
I just stood my ground until he walked away.
I just remember that story when you were like, he was, and all of a sudden he went, you the motherfucking police, motherfucker.
Yeah. No, do you remember the other crazy story I have from that halfway house?
Maybe I remember. I
Glad
was gonna say I remember the whole Maine story. Maine, he in the tub.
he in the tub.
No, what was the other story? You probably told me. I just forgot it.
Just old guy. The only time I blackmailed anybody. Um, he's I don't know. We're in the kitchen one day talking about something and about how people, have their little kinks or whatever and stuff like that, or everybody's into something. And he's like, he's getting a little too into the conversation. So I'm like,
Where it's like this guy's gonna try to have sex with me, and I'm gonna have to kill him.
yeah, well, yeah. And then, well, anyways, like about a week later, because it was a halfway house in the middle of that on west side on Armitage, and everybody's they're drinking and they're doing coke in there. And so he pulls me into the bathroom, opens up like a $20 bill. There's a huge pile of coke. I did like half of it, and then like 10 minutes later, he's like, "Remember what we were talking about like a few days ago?" I'm like, "Yeah." He just leans over real quick to me. He's like, "Let me suck your dick." And I left the next day. He's like, I was like, fuck no. He's like, okay. And then he got all nervous. He's like, don't tell anybody about this. I blackmailed him and I told everybody and I left the next day.
Dude, you know what that reminds me?
He gave me like
watch
$50, the rest of his drugs and fucking.
Dude, that reminds me. You watch It's Always Sunny, right?
Yeah.
The one with Charlie with the jockey, the horse jockey.
Oh yeah.
They're talking about partying. Hey, how about you let Scooter do a line off your boner?
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. Yeah. So how about you let Scooter do a line off your boner? The new season they just did, I think it's one of the best ones they've done.
Really?
It's fantastic.
I thought it kept getting worse and worse.
It was falling off the last couple seasons, but this season it was really fucking good. Like when they go to Ireland, and then there's an episode where they replace D with a monkey.
Oh yeah.
Dude, yeah. This season it's really good. It was really really good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna download that too today. Unless it's streaming somewhere, I'll find it.
It's on Hulu.
Okay, yeah, I'll find it.
Yeah, that's where I usually watch it, on Hulu.
Yeah.
You ever watch Letterkenny?
I think I gave it like 5 minutes. not enough
See,
time.
I love that. You got to get you
Is
more.
it
It's
worth it?
it's because it's wordplay type shit, but it's oh my god, it's hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny. It gets better. It's kind of like Trailer Park Boys, where like the first season's kind of like, it's character building, and then like the second season's where it's like, holy shit.
Okay.
It's
Right
like
on.
Danny said the best. He thinks it's like Canadian Shakespeare because it's a lot of wordplay. They do a lot of like stuff with like their freaking the dialogue and stuff.
Okay. Right on.
But yeah,
I'll check it. I'll give that another shot.
yeah, it's pretty funny. Trying to think of anything else, any other good shit out. Oh, I never watched Ozarks. I always heard about that.
It's good.
Is it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you'd
Yeah,
like it.
I heard good. I think I did watch the first. I think I watched a couple episodes when it came out for the first season. I don't. There's so much shit to watch, so it's like trying to keep up with everything.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
But it's like for the rest of your life, you'll always have something to watch because there'll always be something new.
Yeah.
Like a buddy of mine's like just started watching Breaking Bad. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm so jealous. I was like, I wish I could go back and relive that
for the first time. Yeah.
Yeah, to like watch it. Yeah, the first time watching those episodes are just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Because I remember you guys were into it before I started watching it, and then I watched that one episode with Hank and the two cartel members in the parking lot. He's got the one butterfly bullet. Like that episode when that ended, my heart was like almost pumping out of my chest, and I was like, dude, what? This show is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It was like one of the only shows that could get my heart like pounding.
Yeah, I've gone through the whole thing at least twice, and I'll probably watch the series again at some point. It's that good.
Yeah, dude, it's so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That first time he turns like real badass with fucking Zatuko when he's like, this isn't meth, and then he throws it on the ground, the whole blows up the
whole. Good shit. Well, anyways, I'm gonna get off here and do some stuff. Everybody else is still sleeping. My girlfriend and her son, they stay up until like fucking 5 a.m, and so I'm
all right, cool, man. Well, it's good talking.
Yeah, good talking. I'm gonna just enjoy a little bit of time with myself, and then who knows? I'll probably just be chilling all day.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, just hit me up. I'm here until I go to work tonight. Well, even then, I'm free to chat if you want.
Cool. Right on, brother.
All right, dude. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, take it easy. Later.